Hello, it's Christmas Eve here at my family house, the Bears, and just wanted to say Merry Christmas to you all, and thank you for all who have supported the channel. The channel, of course, is still in its early stages, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to do more and post more, and my art will improve and all sorts of other stuff. But rather than doing an animal for Christmas, I wanted to do something a little different. Um, so, as someone may know, I'm a big fan of J.R.R. Tolkien and his work, and Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. But what some may not know is from about 1920 till 1943, J.R.R. Tolkien wrote a series of letters as Father Christmas, uh, otherwise known here in the United States as Santa Claus. He wrote them to his children as kind of silly, often silly, but very imaginative stories about Father Christmas and his life at the North Pole, often involving elves, imaginative battles, or just the silly things of what it means to be Father Christmas and preparing for the great ride on December 24th. And he would write these letters and just gave his children the gift of imagination and just fun and joy. And during this holiday season, I think it's important to remember the love we should have for one another as uh, children to their parents. I'm not a father, but I am a kid with two wonderful parents. Um, at heart, I'm a kid. Uh, and I have two wonderful parents who have supported me in all my works and endeavors, and I thank them both for all they've given me. And I know Christmas can be a difficult time for some of us because of the relationships we have with either our parents or our kids and being away from them, or maybe just that there's a broken relationship there. But I want us to remind ourselves that it just means just showing love toward one another on a daily basis, despite whatever circumstances those may be. And just praying that we would just be able to show that love daily in just the little things, just writing simple things. These letters were simple things he did every year for his children just because he loved them and just to give them some sort of anticipation, joy, happiness in their lives. It wasn't anything major, or he didn't give very special, huge gifts on Christmas. I mean, it was, of course, early days, and times were often scarce during, of course, the 30s and 40s, and the wars going on, and all that sort of stuff. But he was always willing to do those little things for his children. And I also want to remind us that even greater than all that is the gift uh, God gave to us his own son, his own child, that we might live. And of course, John 3:16 tells us that for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him will have eternal life. And that he sent Emmanuel, God with us. So he is in and among us through our pain, through our sorrow, through the troubles we deal with our parents or our children. And he's there comforting you and being with you in those times. And he saves us. He helps us through all those difficulties in life. And just to do those little small things is a blessing um, that we should be willing to give daily. And so, in light of that, I just wanted to at least read one. I might read more, but I think we'll just do one since I don't want these to be over long. So, I think I'm going to read J.R.R. Tolkien's 1926 letter because it both has dialogue from both Father Christmas and the Polar Bear. And I will be doing my best to do a Father Christmas and Polar Bear voice. I have a bit of experience in acting, but I'm always not always the best at reading. Sometimes I trip over my words, so excuse any faults on my part. But here we go. So this is the 1926 letter of J.R.R. Tolkien to at least his two eldest kids at the time, Christopher and John. Um, so here we go. Cliff House, top of the world, near the North Pole, Monday, December 20th, 1926. My dear boys, I am more shaky than usual this year. The North Polar Bear's fault. It was the biggest bang in the world and the most monstrous firework there ever has been. It turned the North Pole black and shook all the stars out of place, broke the moon into four, and the man in the moon, it fell into my back garden, ate quite a lot of my Christmas chocolates before he said he felt better and climbed back to mend it and get the stars tidy. Then I found out that the reindeer had broken loose, and they were running all over the country, breaking rings and ropes and tossing presents up in the air. They were all packed up to start, you see. Yes, it only happened this morning. It was a sleigh load of chocolate things, which I always send to England early. I hope yours are not badly damaged. But isn't North Polar Bear silly? He isn't a bit sorry. Of course he did it, you remember. I had to move last year because of him. The tap for turning on the Rory Borealis fireworks is still in the cellar of my old house. The North Polar Bear knew he must never, ever touch it. I only let it off on special days like Christmas. He says he thought it was cut off since we moved. Anyway, he was nosing around the ruins this morning, soon after breakfast. He hides things to eat there, and turned on all the northern lights for 2 years in one go. You have never heard or seen anything like it. I have tried to draw a picture of it, but I am too shaky to do it properly, and you can't paint fizzing like, can you? I think the polar bear has spoiled the picture rather. Of course he can't draw with those great fat paws. Rude. I can write without shaking. By going and putting a bit of his own about me chasing the reindeer, and him laughing. He did laugh too. So did I when I saw him trying to draw a reindeer and inking his nice white paws. Father Christmas had to hurry away and leave me to finish. He is old and getting worried when funny things happen. You would have laughed too. I think it is good for me laughing. It was a lovely firework. The reindeer will run quick to England this year. They are still frightened. I must go and help pack. I don't know what Father Christmas would do without me. He always forgets what a lot of packing I do for him. The snowman is addressing our envelopes this year. He is Father Christmas's gardener, but we don't get much but snowdrops and frost ferns to grow here. He always writes in white, just with his finger. A Merry Christmas to you from the North Polar Bear. And love from Father Christmas to you all.